So we're going to do a quick 10-15 minutes and we're going to loosen off your legs. Okay, so we're going to do your feet, we're going to do your calves, we're going to do your quads and your hamstrings. Okay, we're going to use a lacrosse ball. We may even use these nice tubes here. These are quite good. And we're going to use a foam roller. And then to finish with the hamstrings, we're going to use the box. The first thing we're going to do is pop our shoes off. Okay, so if you've had a heavy run, the plantar fascia on the bottom of your feet tend to get incredibly tense. And you're going to grab a ball. So these are just lacrosse balls. If you haven't got one, get one. They're fab. You can use them in all kinds of places and they're brilliant. So, or a tennis ball. Yeah, you can use a tennis ball as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into the plantar fascia on the bottom of our feet. Okay, so we're coming all along this nice bit of stretch here. We're going to leave the heel alone. So you're going to keep the heel on the floor, okay? You're going to pop the ball into the arch. Make sure the heel stays contact the whole time. And what you're going to do is you're going to push through and you're going to massage the bottom of your foot as much as you can withstand. Yeah, we don't want it to be too excruciating, but it does tend to be quite uncomfortable. It's good. Good pain though, not bad pain. Every kind of region, you should be spending about 2 minutes rolling in each region or muscle group. In terms of stretching, if you're looking to kind of maintain length, then you're looking about 15 seconds 3 times for stretching. And if you're looking for kind of improving your range, so if you want to make something a bit better in length, you're kind of going to go for 30 to 45 seconds. So now the other foot's going to feel awful because we've been spending a lot of time on the other one. So again, once you've done your feet and you have a walk, you find you walk a lot better, you walk a lot freer. And what you're looking for is maintaining that arch underneath through here, okay? So when the plantar fascia becomes tight through here, you find that some people tend to overpronate. So what happens is they overpronate through the feet and then the knees fall in, okay? And if you release off that plantar fascia on the bottom, you find that people maintain their arch a lot better when they walk. Okay, so what we're going to do is, so the Achilles is down the bottom of sort of what you would call your calf. And if you kind of flex the foot, and you're going to feel it through the back there. Okay, so it's your tendon. You're going to pop this just underneath. You're going to sit the Achilles on top. So you're coming just above the calcaneus, so your heel. That's it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the other foot over the top. Is that bearable? Okay, and you're going to have a roll. You can start to open and close the leg. And then if you want to, applying the pressure, not coming away from it, you're then going to, with the foot that's on the bottom, you can point your toe and then flex. And that's going to put it kind of in between there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the roller instead, and we're going to come up a little higher. So now we're going to work more of the calf. Okay. So your gastrocs, it splits off into 2. So what you can do is almost separate as well. So you can grab the ball if you want to, come in the middle, in between, and then stick the other leg over the top and have a roll. So you're kind of playing around with the various objects that we've got. With the roller, you can get a bit of release using the roller through the hamstrings, but I find it's a bit better sitting on a box and then getting the ball in. And you can start down the bottom and work your way up, and you're gonna fish out a little bit more. You just find that when you are sat down, you tend to get a little bit more release because of the position your body's in. And once you find those sort of nasty bits, it's a bit better on a harder box. What you can also do then is extend the leg as well. And you tend to find you get a lot more release. But it is always good to fish out not just the belly of the muscle or kind of straight up the back. You also want to make sure that you are coming underneath, kind of median laterally on the outside here as well, because you've got to remember your hamstrings aren't just flat along the back. You know, it's all on the outsides and insides as well. So we're going to start sort of at the bottom and work our way up. So you're lying on your front, okay? And you're just going to have a roll. You can do one quad at a time, or you can do both quads at the same time if they are a little bit tender. Mine are quite sore today, so I'm going to do both quads at the same time. But if you're not too bad, you might want to do. So you're going to start at the bottom. You always find it's nice to go onto your elbows, and you're just going to have a roll. Same again. You can sort of externally rotate your legs and kind of open your feet out to get the insides, and then you can kind of bring them in a little bit to get that vastus lat on the outside. And then if you want to, if you find sort of a nasty bit, you can then,
So find your spot first.
yeah, you're gonna
and
flex. Yeah. And then also you can come up into sort of the hip flexors, so your psoas. The lacrosse ball is really good for the psoas as well. If you think about it, when you're stretching and when you're rolling, initially you're doing it to recover. So what we want to do is make sure that we are getting through that recovery phase as quickly as possible, because you know that the next day you have to be prepared to then go into that. So doing these things, using rolling and stretching and things like this, is only going to speed up recovery so that you can then prepare ready for the next day. So it is really important.